Eagles they've basically been benefiting off the tush push where this season, where other teams have actually got penalized for jump starting and stuff like that, and they haven't. And we've seen the evidence that they're doing it. Like, we've seen that. We're gonna go into that game. We might as well just go straight into that game. We've seen the evidence that they got the first down. The play was still continued, and then was it Thibodeau? I think knocked the ball out of Hurts' hand. Like, it was easily Giants' ball.
But then they call the play dead again. The rule is like, what are we doing? So when are you calling the plays dead? When are you letting plays go? What are we? If it's a tush push, is it okay? Cool, because he's lying there, you're gonna say the play's dead. But any other play that's allowed to happen, and then that fumble is allowed to be taken and taken back to the house, and there's a touchdown for the other team, i.e. the Giants. So I don't know, man. The ruling's been interesting. You know. Champions get favorable calls. We know that. Certain players get favorable calls. We know that. That's how life is.
Which is fine, but just other teams have actually got penalized on their versions of tush pushes this season and stuff like that, or those close quarterback sneaks, the O linemen jumping and stuff like that, and the Eagles haven't.
It's because I think the refs are going, the refs have probably got it in their minds already. They're gonna get it. So why are we bothering? I think that's what the refs are going into it. They line up the tush push. They're gonna get it. We're probably gonna have to call a flag for something on the other team instead of on the Eagles, because the Eagles have done this. We've seen it. We've watched it so many times. It's worked. So I think the refs are going in with like a basis in their mind saying, they were the originators, so they perfected it. Instead of everyone else is, we're doing it, but there's a chance.
Yeah,
you can jump. So I think that's what I think they get the benefit of the doubt. They're champions as well, so they get that. But I don't think the tush push is going to be around for much longer.
Yeah, I think it's done with after this season. Like, obviously you can't cut out in between season, but there just seems to be controversy with the tush push every other game now, and it's becoming more and more evident. And again, that play, at the timing of that play, obviously the Eagles won 38-20. But at the timing of that play, the game was tied.
Yes.
So if the Giants were moving the ball fairly well in that first half. So again, not to say the Giants would have won, but it led to a drastic scoreline because the Eagles got the first down in great territory and they cashed in. And then, boom, again, like I said, led to a chain of events where Scatterby got injured after those plays, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was. I don't know if it was switching sport quickly. It was like the Formula One. Lewis got jumped by Charles and Max when they went off track. Ferrari didn't tell Charles to give Lewis the place back. Couple laps later, Max and Lewis nearly collide. Lewis goes off track. Lewis is the only one in the whole race that gets a 10-second penalty. But because Ferrari didn't catch, I won't even say catch. They didn't sort out the incident with Charles and Lewis earlier to say, Charles, give Lewis the place back because you've gone off track and you've jumped him when Lewis was P2. Then boom, chain of events. And I'll say it in a lot of sports as well. It's like when NFL, not so much, but like in the NBA, when players, or even in our football, when players fight or it leads to something drastic happening, when a ref hasn't got control of a game, it's easy for competitors to naturally lose their mind if they feel like the ref's taking the piss and the opposition player is getting the better of them, or like doing the little jabs, fouls, whatever, and the ref's still allowing it. Do you know what I mean? So, chain of events. Maybe Scatterby wouldn't have.
You never know, innit? Always needs to.
He might not have been in that position to break his ankle like that, because those are freak plays. It's not like that's the injury was pending, he's in red. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So, chain of events.
He does play reckless, but it's not like he plays reckless enough for that to happen. But NFL, those injuries are much as they just happen. Yeah, they happen because people are always entangled. People always falling on each other. They're coming down from you get what I mean? There's so many mad things that can happen on any possible play. So it's unfortunate because he was a spark plug for them. But yeah, on the game, I think the Giants are done now. I think too many main key injuries. I feel like Jackson Dart fed off Scatterby fed off Jackson Dart. That's now completely gone. There's no Malik Neighbors. You're kind of there offensively. There's only so much you can do. I like Jackson Dart, but I almost feel like he needs to protect himself more
Mm.
as a quarterback, because bro, there's only so it's not every day is not the Super Bowl. Every game you don't have to play like you're willing to die.
He gives off
Sometimes,
the Baker vibes, so do you know
yeah.
what I mean?
But sometimes slide. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes slide, bro. There's nothing wrong with sliding. So, but yeah, the Eagles get the benefit of that. Champions are champions. They're kind of playing back to what we felt like they should have started the season. Kind of like Saquon had a big game.
Mm.
Probably the first of the season. I know he got hurt though, so I don't know what his situation is right
yeah.
now. AJ Brown obviously didn't play, so that probably helped out the offense. Not I don't say help, but there was less complaints. There was less, we have to force feed the ball over there. There's no one we're looking at to, oh God, if AJ ain't touched it, we're gonna hear something. So,
but I think it helped because Saquon got going straight away.
Exactly.
Hurts had a very good game, but didn't throw for too many yards. He was just very efficient. 4 TDs he threw for, but it's because Saquon finally broke his first 20-plus yard run all season, which happened to be a 60-yard touchdown. And I think he's just behind Adrian Peterson now on 60-plus yard touchdown.
Yes. It seems like it because he last year anyway, he was ripping them off every week.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
The Eagles offense, they're looking better. It's not finalized. They're just looking better. Hurts back-to-back games, very solid, very high completion percentages as well. Dotson stepped up in AJ Brown's absence, and then Dallas Goedert. All the tight ends ate on tight end day. I need to start putting money on them, especially the backup tight ends. They always eat on national tight end day. So,
yep, because there's a play being designed specifically for them on that day. It's like every team goes, okay, cool, we're gonna design a play for you. If we get the chance, we're gonna throw it to you.
Yeah, no, it's true. The Eagles, they seem to be back in nick. It's just again AJ Brown because his injury was hamstring, wasn't it? But it depends how's it, because obviously they only announced he was injured the day before the game. So
it was a late kind of.
Yeah, and then Saquon in game hamstring as well. But if it's not serious, then that's what they will be hoping. Do you know what? We've slandered them all season. Well, you in particular. The Dolphins winning at the Falcons. You have to give them the bells there. Tua especially, he had a great game. He had a black eye before the game. I was like, broski, is this, or red eye, whatever. I was like, is this safe for you to play? But
it's Tua.
He played well. Again, one of his. It's like when Tua's at his apex, he's high percentage in terms of his pass completion. And obviously you've got the speed demons. Even though Tyreek's out, you've got Waddle, you've got Achane that can catch from behind as well. So no, it was a very mature performance from the Dolphins, and that's not something they've been associated with quite a bit.
Yeah, this year I'd say definitely not. It felt like they had a real sit down meeting in the week and said, okay, cool, let's hash out all our problems and let's get back to actually playing football. And the one team, which is weird, the one team you want to play when you're going through nonsense is the Falcons, because the Falcons kickstart a lot of seasons. They kickstarted us with the Panthers, and they look like they might have just kickstarted something in the Dolphins. You get what I mean?
But then they could dominate the Bills.
Do you get what I mean? It's so odd. That's my mate. Like, Dolphins did well. Tua played well. Sometimes you expect that of a quarterback that's paid that much money. Kirk Cousins, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they made the right choice to obviously go to Penix Jr., but Kirk Cousins can't get this bad or look like this in the span of 10 games. He wasn't this bad. You get what I mean?
Yeah, but again, he's also come from an Achilles injury.
I know, but that was 2 years ago.
Yeah, but you see how Rodgers took longer. Rodgers had his just before. Now Rodgers is looking good again. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, Rodgers always been a starter. Obviously, Kirk got benched, so it's like you're not playing as much. So there's not enough reps probably. But at the same time, he wasn't looking great because the Falcons have weapons everywhere. You got Bijan Robinson, you got Drake London, you've got weapons everywhere to use. But I don't understand what preparation they're doing throughout the week where they can go from one high to such a low. it doesn't ever make sense to me. And they're so topsy-turvy. They're gonna have to get something corrected in their management, in their coaching, just in mindset, clearly, because you can't dominate the Bills like you did and come and lose to the Dolphins.
Yep.
Like that. And it's always blowouts. It's not like it's a close game.
Yeah, it's true. I think they're the weirdest team in the league, because the talent that they have, the games that they've played, they shouldn't be 3-4. Like, even again, like you said with Kirk Cousins, that's a game. I think we even said, if Kirk Cousins is playing, they should still win that. Do you know what I mean? Like,
the game you want to play.
Obviously, with the way the Dolphins were playing, but yeah, it was absolute utter dominance. Bijan had a costly turnover.
Definitely.
In that game, but again, credit to the Dolphins. They played for the team, like you said. Probably had a serious sit down, not a sit down where Tua's gonna come and speak about it and all that stuff, or no one's attending these meetings, etc. So, yeah, no, fair play, Dolphins.